We've got SKADE versus Brute coming up next as our next best of 3. And the question is, who will have the better chance of it? Now, when we look at one of those lineups, more familiar faces.
Yeah, SKADE, definitely the more familiar team, I think.
Definitely.
When you take a look, you've got Spellin, who wasn't exactly one of the star players in his older rosters, like Wendigo. But here in this team, he's certainly taken that mantle. I think he's starting to really show he has good individual skill as well. And we've also got quite a lot of experienced Bulgarian players in this roster. So SKADE certainly coming into this are the favorite team. But I'm looking forward to seeing Brute. I'm always fun. It's always fun looking at teams I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm just going to bring up the veto here as I've got it on my screen. So SKADE removed Vertigo, Brute removed Train. SKADE ended up picking Inferno, so we're going to start with Inferno. Oh, this is a nice one for us. Nuke, Brute.
Oh,
they picked into Nuke.
Something different.
Yeah, it's not often what I expect of teams of this level. I normally think like you'd be a bit more kind of well-rounded for it, but having a map like that in your pool, and if it's not going to get banned out, that's going to work out pretty well for you. Then we go on to the decider, being Dust 2 again if we get there. Now, these teams have never played each other, but they will be on quite a weird footing here because there's only one game recently won for Brute. They've been losing games 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 2-1. But then on the other side of SKADE, they've won all of their games apart from the best of 5, which they lost against the UK team Phoenix.
Yeah, and Phoenix have been pretty good. I think they got picked up by Endpoint recently. So
oh, okay.
I think they made that announcement like midnight when they made the next stage of this tournament. So
interesting.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they can do. I think that's either that's official or it's the rumors that's going on.
Oh, and Thomas is on that lineup. Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, obviously good connections there. I think it's a decent team to pick up. But Phoenix have been playing pretty well. They're a crazy team, right? They don't have the structure. They've got the individuals, but the structure will hopefully come at a certain point once they become more of a project that's it's not a mix.
Let me pray for one thing. As you are basically British as well, despite being Irish, you're on the British side of that lovely area of the world. Yeah,
I'm involved in the UK.
You're basically us. You're basically us. Please, can they stick together? Please, can they make this work?
I hope so. I think it would be good for the UK scene finally to have something.
Just like
not even a full British team, obviously, but like just something.
Yes, give us more than just Smooya and Def.
Smooya could be on that team. I think that could be a team we could go to.
Paul, I'll be honest. If I'm Smooya, you don't want to take that step back into the UK scene. Yeah. You want to stay above it all, and also you want to allow. I want to see more of these younger because it's the same recycled UK players over and over again. But they ended up beating out SKADE 3-2, the UK team. So that's quite a nice one for them to take.
That was a long one. As the
How
best
did you
of
cover
fives.
it?
No, team did. But yeah, that was in general best of fives in this tournament have been pretty long so far. We've had a lot of close matchups. I think SKADE versus Brute could certainly potentially deliver that. But I think I've got to take SKADE as the favorites overall in this match. I think this team are certainly looking like a better force in the tournament so far. You've got players that you're quite familiar with the likes of Spellin. You've got Rocking in there.
Yeah.
Dennis actually as well. Rainwaker's quite a good player. I've seen him play pretty well. So the SKADE team, they definitely have firepower. And on Inferno, hopefully we will see a better game of Inferno than we did earlier. Unless forgetting the bomb and, run out of time.
I'd never seen this SKADE play. And one player I was told to watch out for is Denny Slaw. So I'm going to keep an eye on him, see how well he can do this one.
I just always sort of think, so in the UK, obviously, we have that ham, which is like the Denny's ham.
Yes.
And it's just a mixture of ham and coleslaw.
Oh, that's brilliant. You've ruined any moment I'm going to cast for him now by saying that.
I just think that disgusting combination.
It's not going to be nice. Not going to be nice at all.
Well, maybe he can deliver some disgusting kills. We'll see if he can find headshots into the pistol. SKADE on the CT side. They've got 2 over towards B immediately. And 3-man setup on the A bomb site.
Already much better than what we saw on the previous Inferno. I love the double stack at the bottom of Banana. They're not going to push up into it. They're going to wait and see if anyone from SKADE might get over aggressive here. Spellin just peeking out, making sure anyone that may come his way so he can take the first shots and fall back. He won't stick around there for too long. Start to work their way up. Yeah, that's it. Throws it out. A little bit of damage done onto both Crazy and Daxon. They'll still try and work their way up. They're checking all the positions. No, they could be getting set up for this B push. No one is on to A. They've got 2 flashes and a smoke to use, so they're going to have to go as soon as it pops. How fast is this rotation going to come over as well? They've got 2 players over towards Arts, Rainwalker and Denislaw, and the rotation's already in full effect. Spellum drops it out, taps away, can't get the kills. He's done a lot of damage, but it gets so awkward. Rockin', he's able to find 1. Still dancing around here, but he's going to get taken down by Caspen. Denislaw's coming as the backup, but Spellum's fallen, as does Denny. A huge lead now for Brute with that bomb going down. But Rainwalker, he tries to even it up, but he's all alone. Raf2 will go down. It was a nice attempt at the start. It's Capson to walk away
4K
with the 4K, yeah.
That's unbelievable. Brute got off to a really good start there, finding the important kills inside the site. But those odds certainly not favoring Brute coming into this. 6.55 to 1.09 over at GG.Bet.
That's really heavily favored in SKADE. I would have made it a bit closer than that personally. But if you guys want to go and bet on this, you can use the code GG.Bet.com, all one word, for a bonus. And if you make a deposit, you'll get 125% back of it.
Well, Denislaw making his way towards bottom middle with the USP in his hand. A stack of all 5 players running this way. And this is sometimes this type of strat can get you a couple of kills, maybe a rifle picked up, but Capson dealing with it well. He wants all the kills, and he'll get it on the Glock. 3 kills picked up. Could be it kills overall if he can find this back-to-back quad kill. Spellin inside of middle. USP still in his hands. He wants to go forward. 1 more kill would be perfect for them. And there's the chance. Dropping Capson, gone out of there. Now Crazy stuck in the open. AGT, oh my god, not like this. Spellin with another kill. 1v1 and a chance to win this. 15 HP, peeks into the open, and Crazy will finish him off. But what the hell was that? 5 players running down middle with just USPs, 0 investment, and they get 4 kills.
Yeah, taking away a lot of money from Brute, forcing him to rebuy Capson. He was doing his best to hold on. But those shots at the end from Spellin, imagine if he'd got that against the final player. It was so ridiculous. Close. It was insane. Just with the USP, no armor, no nothing. Brute, though, got the 2-0 to start off with here. And we're going to see a buy instantly come out from SKADE because of how well they did do on these rounds. Denislaw, AWP in hand, and the boost for it. I love it. But he gets flashed out of position. He's not going to be able to take the shot. And remember, he doesn't have armor. Still managing to take the first fight, and that's going to give him the initial lead. Now the CTs have control. You do not have to push on this. And watch, this is the difference between the 2 teams we were just watching. Look at how they've now gone back and just held positions. That's what you want to see.
Normal CS.
Will it? It's happened.
Well, Spellin. Good crossfire with his teammate Rocking. He's in a bit more of an off angle than usual. Not playing directly behind the new box, but off center to the right slightly.
I guess trying to avoid a pre-fire headshot angle. Now Brute may be down a man. They're also lacking a fair bit of utility for this round. It's probably off the back of losing so much on the previous. Already a rotation coming in as well. So we've got 3 men on the B site. And again, it seems like the B hit might be coming in. The very little utility they have is starting to be used. They've pushed through it. Spellin, got to be careful he doesn't get pushed out of position. He's not able to get anything done. Rockin was only good for 1. And Rainwalker falls as well. Again, Brute, they force their way onto the side. Denislaw takes the shot that looked like it was going to connect. My, oh my.
That was close. I seen the lineup. I seen the double, but it doesn't quite come through. Pixels away from finding a devastating double kill. But now a 3v2. Man advantage on the T side as Brute hold on. SKADE start to feel the round slip from their fingers. There is no kit available. Last piece of utility has been used up. Denislaw's on a glass cannon and nearly getting dropped on the cross there. Raf2 gets away. Both of them walking away with their lives at the minute. And Brute will go 3-0 up. SKADE, not the start they were looking for, but they do keep doing damage. Money is starting to build now, though, on those 3 players surviving for Brute. 3-0 lead. Likely another round on the board here because you take a look at the buy from SKADE. It's not great.
Thing is, by the way, SKADE on B at that round had the perfect setup. 2 at backside, 1 rotation coming in.
Yep.
They had the perfect lockdown for Crossfire, and still, just a good execute. It was very default, very basic. The flashes, and also I said Brute didn't have too much utility, and they still made that one work. Impressive. Can they keep it going, though? Forced up pistols along the 2 rifles that were saved from the previous round for SKADE. And this is much better how you can you can take a bit of banana control right as your T side, and you don't have to push too far into it. Dennistor knows he now has to make a play in this one as well. It's all going to come down to this first engagement whenever it may actually take place. The flash goes over, and Denny doesn't want to hang around for too long.
Oh, so close to the
Legs
lineup.
him.
Time and time again, yeah, the leg shot coming through on towards Capson. Nate goes in and drops Denislaw, still 4v4, but if he finds that collateral and he gets both kills, that's a situation that's really looking good for SKADE. It flips on its head. That's where the pistols can perhaps do a little bit more, but we'll see what they can do here in this situation. Max up towards top banana. It's going to start spamming in towards CT. Spell unable to find one. It's one kill on the Deagle. Max gone. Advantage here on the CT side. 49 seconds in play. And will Capson holds the angle. AGTT starting to make his way up. The rest of the squad gathering. Every player congregating inside of banana. And well, Stone has the angle. There's the kill. More coming in towards him. There's the second shot. The third could come his way, but AGT able to put an end to it. 20 seconds. Hasn't checked the back of the bomb site, and that'll be the death. Rocking comes through. The pistol step up. A great start, and Spell and delivers.
Gets himself an AWP to walk away with as well. SKADE picking up a really nice round off the back of those saved weapons with the forced-up pistols. Brute now need to work out what they want to do because their money is not great. Despite it being 3-1, it hasn't been as the clear-cut rounds. Double AWP setup, actually. Spellen and Denny are going to be rocking it. Crazy trying to go for a faster push-up. Looking to do some damage. He's forced the CTs away. They didn't want to hang around for this one. Spellen's going to look for the opening shot. Holds the tight angle.
Molotov's going to force him into the open. Nearly another lineup, but this time Spellen grabs one. Max able to come through with a Deagle, but he's caught in the corner. And Rocky is just not going to let him out of that. Unfortunately, he has to concede the position, and Max gets away. 4v4. Knows he has the better weapon, so decides not to commit to the one player. Instead goes back for the longevity of the round win. Capson might just get a window of opportunity. He did get the opportunity, but couldn't quite capitalize as Raftu was too quick on the trigger. Closes it down. Denislaw, good kill. And now it's Max and AGTT left in a 2v4.
Oh, Denny is hitting all the shots for now. Max will chime in, but he was low on health anyway. He'd been boxed in the corner previously, and Rockin finally to finish him off. The AWP's still going to be saved, but they only managed to save one of them. So that double AWP setup will be costly, as Denny buys back into it again. And this will be the downfall for SKADE, unless they can just keep on this good performance of picking up rounds after rounds. They've managed 2 in a row now. 3 will be key. Quite an interesting buy coming out from Brute. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with all this utility up on there. They found a lot of success at B, and they believe they can do it again. AJTT pushes through the molly, finds Rockin completely blind and out of position. Spellen is calling for backup, and he needs help. He misses the first key shot, sees the boosted player. They continue to push him. He nicely lands it onto Daxon. He was good for 2, but is it going to be enough? Rainwalker comes through, finishes off Crazy. Bomb's going to be planted. Capson eats a nade down to 40 health, 60 points of damage, but he's got himself an AWP to fight with now.
The AWP is the big player here. Let's see if Max can develop this round further for Brute. The bomb plant was the main goal, and they've got that, but now they have a chance at victory. Capson still only has a Glock. There's plenty of weapons on the floor, but he can't pick them up due to his position. Max still back in new box. They don't have the nade to force him open. Instead, it's the smoke. That covers him off and puts a little bit more pressure, but he's going to play with it. His teammate gone. Now it's only Max. The spam comes through. Raftu gets it. Is there enough time for the defuse? I do not think so. That wasted time. The kit, luckily, on Rainwaker is enough. And if they had stuck that 10 seconds, that would have been a huge blunder. But luckily, the communication is quick enough to get the player off the bomb and let the player with the kit defuse. 3-3.
Yeah, they were all so quick to say, let's just jump on it. Let's defuse it quick. Thankfully, timing came in. Wayne Raker was probably sat there shouting, oh, I've got the kit. Let me on it. 3 in a row, though. Now it's who can turn the tide with this one.
That's the thing with having a team that all speak the same language. That sort of quick communication can come in.
It's unrivaled, right? It's like we've seen Mouse Sports as an example having success. FaZe have had success with these international lineups. It can work, but I mean, nothing beats just talking in your native language and able to get that fast communication because it requires no extra seconds or thought. This double AWP setup as well for SKADE has been so deadly.
Yeah, they pulled it out so quick as well.
Yeah.
Denislaw's going to get aggressive, and what a flick. That is accurate. He'll go back as well, wanting more. His teammate gone, so he needs to deliver, and pressure immediately going in towards Banana. Denislaw, he's locked it off. If they try and come back here, they're going to have to face him on the car, and well, they do have an option to do so. And Capson, quick through the wall, will be able to pick up the kill. Now 3v3, and it's hot in their heels, straight in towards the B-bomb site. Rocky needs to deliver, and the flash is good. Capson moving forward. It's running gun with an AWP. Incredible stuff as he continues. An opportunity for a fourth, but the smoke will deploy.
Capson so far single-handedly doing this round for Brute, and he is not done yet. Comes in with a fourth. He's so fast on it. He's so furious with it, and only Raf2 left to find who's going to run away and save. Remember, they've been double AWPing setup this the entire time. They know they can save one across. If they really wanted to, Rainwaker can drop one over towards Denny, and they'll still walk away with a sizable buy. But it depends on how they want to play into this. The smarter decision would be to get a couple of drops down and make sure everyone has rifles with it. Capson came up huge there, though. Just that kill up towards Car was just crazy.
Yeah, this guy has definitely impressed me so far. I think he's definitely, from the small sample size of 7 rounds, I think he is quite possibly the best player in the team. From the looks of things, definitely on Inferno at least so far. Had the good start in the pistol, the follow-up round after that. Great delivery in that round as well. We'll see if he can keep it up. But that's not exactly the most sustainable play style. If you're Brute, you know, you can't just rely on one player to get 4Ks every round that you want to win.
It's not going to work out in the long run, is it, really?
No, you definitely need everyone else to sort of elevate their performance as well. And Capson's getting you in a position where it's, you know, you've got the money, you've got the utility to play with. This is now time for the rest of the team to start to deliver as well. And while Max could definitely do that, but Denislaw already down inside of middle, down in Banana already, wanting to put pressure on towards the T-stairs. Molotov goes through, Max throws the smoke and moves forward with a flashbang. He's in behind the logs. Denislaw still hungry for this. Never really wants to fall off an angle, does he?
No. Oh, he even just gets him through the wall. Puts Max down to 28 health, but they've both battled back against each other. Max straight on the pre-fire. Had a good idea of how Denny would play this. He's aware that Denny is the aggressor in this one. And Denny, he keeps going for the peak. He keeps pushing back in. Well, now he'll pay the price for it.
Oh, Rocking just gets jiggle peeked, baited, and goes. Max finds a follow-up, and this is just ridiculous. Brute forcing their way in towards the B-bomb site so often. And AGT, he's just been in this sort of traditional lurk style up towards the apartments, trying to make some space, but there's no need to go back towards A. They see there's players here, just leave AGT here. The rest of them should just go clear Banana. You know it's empty. And well, that's exactly the call.
I really didn't understand Rainwaker's decision to just go through that smoke on his own when there were 2 players at A.
It's almost like, well, if Rainwaker somehow has a hero play and gets 1 kill or 2 kills there, then there's a chance for the retake. But the fact that it didn't really work just kind of made it look stupid.
It would have been better just going through construction, right? And just come and try fight at a different angle, because they were always going to have the advantage through the smoke. They were pushing in. They're going to expect the player to come from that position at least, for sure. But Brute now up at 5-3, and the one thing Brute have found success in is consistently getting the rounds together here. They fought back against SKADE now and put them onto pistols. Could be looking at a 6-3 scoreline very early on.
I like this. So something the Japanese CSGO scene do is all these crazy boosts. And I've seen so many of them in Inferno that it's ridiculous. They find really weird and wacky boosts. There's one where you can sort of triple boost on top of the half wall boost in CT spawn, and you can see over into logs. And these Japanese players have figured this stuff out. And they also found one on Overpass where you can just like triple boost up on mid, and you can see the B bomb site completely as well. Like, they're crazy. That's definitely something. The only good thing about the Japanese CS:GO scene is their boosts.
You know what was really funny, right? Back in my day of playing, talking years ago in the 1.6 lane, some of the Asian teams you play against, the reason they were so hard to play against was that they used to say the practice in their countries was not so good, like on a high level where we could get loads of good PCWs. So often they'd spend so much more time playing like DM and stuff.
Yeah.
So sometimes you play them and it's literally just like, they must have aimbot, surely. Like they're just wrecking you once they've seen you. But in terms of actual tactical ability and playing the maps as what would be ideally correctly, was never quite the level that was needed.
Yeah, and it's only going to bring you so far, right?
Yeah.
It's like that individual skill. I think...
It's like that's why having 5 simples on one team is never going to win you every game, because it doesn't work in that sense. It's not all about having just the best players.
But like 3 simples, 2 Zywus, that's
then we're talking. That might do it. One of them's got in-game lead, though.
Yeah, well, maybe throw Carrigan in there. Or Glaive, probably, actually. That would be the wall.
Okay, you quickly try to change that around.
Yeah, I think I think Carrigan's a good in-game leader, but I think Glaive's obviously just a little bit better. It's because he can frag a lot more.
And that's exactly what AJTT is doing. Is he's been waiting in the wings in multiple positions, apartments on the previous round. And they're just going on the hunt, brute forcing their way throughout all of this. This is just demolishing of SKADE. And this is SKADE's map pick, remember.
Yeah, and SKADE are one of the favorite teams coming into this. But this is another team that, for me, I've seen them get off to really slow starts and then just come back. I don't think I've ever seen a quick SKADE game. It's always been a long, drawn-out affair, no matter who they are playing against. These kind of tournaments are always difficult for everyone involved, because even if you aren't familiar with the names on Brute, you just know the fact that they're here for a reason, right? They've got to this point by playing good CS or at this level. So you know they're going to be able to compete. And well, Denislaw in the corner, in behind. Oh my god, he doesn't get a single kill. A big spin. Captain is able to deliver a shot in the AWP. Raftu in the pit, playing on top of the bicycle. Sees a chance, but cannot take any kills. This is disgusting, but eventually will get one. Runs out of ammo, taps to 1 bullet, but somehow still alive. It's artillery coming in on top of his head, but he's still alive in the pit. And this has bought time for Rocking to slither up. Shortly spotted and Max will fall. Raftu still inside of the pit, finally dealt with. And now Spellin having to save the AWP in towards T-Stars. They know exactly where he is. Brute have won yet another round. And it's just been so quick. It's just straight in, chop the head off SKADE, get the round in, and rinse and repeat.
SKADE don't seem to have an answer for that crazily fast plays. We even saw Crazy, right? He came up mid then.
Yeah.
Lazy peeked it, should have died to Denny, but instead, already they're all clustered together, closely able to turn it around. Spellin now forced to save as the rest of his team fell. Raftu did well to stay alive from his position for as long as he did. Like, how many nades and stuff came at him, but only getting 1 from that spot when he had an easy kill onto AJTT in apartments. Now, admittedly, SKADE, this was their pick. I'd expect them to have a very good T side on it. But Brute is showing them no mercy right now. I do love that Karen bit. The Ortrum. Oh, I don't know how you're going to say that. Buggered that one up.
Which one?
It was the Autronic or something knife.
Autotronic.
Yeah, that one looks cool.
Yeah, it's nice. There's quite a lot of new skins and new knives. I've just lost track. I'm never going to pay a lot of money for a skin. I've decided that.
I don't know. I spent more money on knives to give away than I have on my own skin collection, that's for sure. Yeah,
knives giving away knives, right? You got the social media pull. It's worth it, right? Because you're more...
just while we're here, I'll quickly plug. I'm doing my knife giveaway on my Instagram right now. There we go.
Go ahead. Enter Mike's giveaway.
Thanks to GG.Bet for giving me a platform.
The platform, yeah. Well, flash up in the air. Crazy. Molotov's going to clear the corner. Denislaw wants to move forward. It's 1 kill. Cap's able to find 1 as well. A second picked up. And that's good stuff. Captain is unreal. He's hitting every shot and really feeling it right now on Inferno. Dropping in. Rainmaker finds himself a chance. He'll pick it up. Deagle. And then an AK.
Still a chance in this, though. Spellin was over towards B still. They pre-fired the spar. Raftu runs straight into it. Rain should have been able to communicate that across to him, though.
Yeah, Rainmaker seems pretty quiet, and we'll see what he can do on the flank. See if he can deliver a light up the scoreboard. He only manages one, and Spellin can't win this. Surely he cannot deliver enough. No kit in his hands, and well, he's going to be making the long approach back in through the apartments.
Something was really wrong there, because Raftu should have never been caught in that position of mid to be pushing it. And they could have quite easily slowed this down at least, or taken more away from it. It was lucky that obviously Rain ended up together. Wow, okay, Spellin, he's ready for it. And he goes in for the...
What? Oh, that is close. If this, if he wins this, it's unbelievable.
Oh my god, that was close. And Capson again with the 4K.
How many is that?
Three.
Three
4Ks
and one 3K.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Do you want to borrow my glasses, Dinko?
Yeah.
you like
No,
look super...
I was trying to see which one was the 3K and the 4K, because they were on the different side. But 2.51 for Brute, those odds have certainly come down from 6.
Yeah, this is looking a lot better now for him. That's the benefit of having the live odds here at GG.Bet. Remember, use the code GG.BetCom. Make a deposit and get 125% deposit bonus. Love to see it. I love to see a bit of good Counter-Strike to kick off 2020 as AJTT rips straight through Spellin, who's not had a good time with that AWP in his hand. Rockin's trying to put another defense, but he's only good for one. And it's Capson again, takes down Denny. Rain wants to try and play off this smoke, but the moment he goes through, surely they'll be waiting for him. He's biding his time, he's hoping to hear for it. Another smoke goes down, it's not going to fade away anytime soon. He needs the backup of Raftu as well. They need to go together if they can. But they might just decide to save, and that's exactly what's happening. Saving, saving, saving is all that SKADE seem to be able to do. They managed to get 3 rounds in a row after being down 3-0, and then they've just slowed down completely. Brute manhandling him right now.
This is not the SKADE that everybody was expecting coming into this. They've been playing pretty well in this tournament so far. They've been playing well online, which is exactly what these guys are. We may be on site, but these guys still at home, still playing. And SKADE is playing well online, just not right now at the minute. There's a pause coming through.
Good time for a pause as well. Well needed, because it's just looking horrendous for him.
Another team without a coach. It's only a Brute who have the coach here, Mr. Doty.
It's always interesting, right? Because it could be quite the big difference maker, even in a pause moment where a coach can just come in and settle things down. It's always good to have that outside person, because back in the days where coaches just didn't exist, right? If anything, you maybe have the manager of the team org owner behind you. They'd just be there generally just like cheering you on and supporting you. But sometimes a coach is needed really just to slow things down and say, guys, rethink about what you're doing, because it gets very messy in the heat of games. Just from playing normal competitive games, right? It can become quite a cluster of emotions, first of all, if you're losing or you get carried away with things. People start talking to each other incorrectly and stuff like that.
Yeah, and bringing up small things that tilt everyone.
Yeah.
Just talk about it after the game and let the coach... that's actually what Devilwalk, I don't know if you caught the clip where he was sort of screaming at Madden on the stage at DreamHack.
Yes, I saw that.
So I talked to him after the event ended, and he was just saying, well, he was basically discussing something about what happened in the game that wasn't a very big factor, and he just wanted to make sure that Madden didn't bring up these small things in the game that would tilt everyone else and ruin the game for everyone. But it's quite important that you have like a coach who has power as well. Like if you have a coach in the team and he has absolutely no power over the players, then it's just useless, because you've got to listen to the coach.
Yeah. I think there's always a thing, right, is like Zonic, we know is an amazing coach anyway, just because of the success we've seen with Astralis, but every player on that team respects him for his legacy, his championships, his past, his history. And I'm not saying if you don't have that, you can't be a great coach, because there's plenty of examples of it. But if you don't have some sort of respect within the team, then that person will just walk all over you, right? And they'll start making calls that you probably should have been making, and then you can't diffuse situations. You can't work it out correctly.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, because I think Malik for G2 is a coach that's starting to have that same effect, right? He has more power over the players, Niak as well. It's going more towards the coach, and obviously Malik's another guy who has obviously a lot of respect. It is put towards him, because he was the first guy that sort of brought LDLC to CS:GO, and a lot of stuff coming through. And I think a lot of these coaches are a lot of the players that were so good in their time, but wasn't enough money around the scene then for them to really make a full career. But there we go. Dennis Law finding an opening kill, Daxon gone.
Good start, what SKADE wanted, but they now need to capitalize on it. And this is really smart from SKADE. Look, full rotation over. Everyone now on the A site. Push is coming up mid. Rain not ready for it completely, but he still manages to get away with it. He was completely blind, but the smoke that was put down by the T side actually might be the thing that hinders him most here. Max looking for an opportunity. He definitely saw where that nade came from.
Oh my god.
They're right on the edge of each other.
But the problem is Spellin's there as well. Rainmaker's going to get away. Max should just stay alive. He goes forward. That was anticlimactic, actually. I was expecting some sort of awkward battle when the smoke fades, and nope.
Someone tries to knife him or something.
That was ruined. AGTT, no chance to win this. SKADE after the pause will get one on the board. AJ spots him, knows exactly where he is, and wants to move forward to try and drop him, but the bomb is in an unrecoverable position. Good shot. Spelling gone. That's blink and you miss it. So low. The peak from Raftu coming through. 4 on the board now for SKADE. 9-4. They have a chance to recover this half. They get 6. They're still in it.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. As I said, this was their pick. I expect their T side to be pretty strong. You really feel bad, though, when AJTT gets a shot like that onto Spellin, which is really nice, like, quick shot, but then gets dinked down. You're like, ah.
Yeah, it could have been so much
You feel
more,
like it's like, oh, this could be the one.
Especially as a caster, right? Because you love those kind of moments.
Yeah.
You see it coming, and then it's ruined.
It's like, damn it. Why did he get dinked at that point? I was ready to hype up, like, the best clutch of the day. Oh, no, Max!
No. Oh, I feel so bad for him right now.
Found one gap in it, though. He didn't die. There's a silver lining to everything, Dinko. And Denny, he's seen Crazy. Crazy's not going for it just yet. Waits it out.
I feel like
poor Max, though. Or nade now is just going to ruin him.
Yeah, like, he throws the smoke onto a Molotov, and it just doesn't get rid of it. That happens so often in that exact spot, by the way. There must be some sort of texture bug that just doesn't like to bloom. Well, Spellin does find Max. After just one kill, rocking with a good re-aggression in towards Banana. Gets rid of Daxon. I went into a 3v4. Advantage side of the SKADE currently. Just barely with rocking. Barely standing on 7 HP. They've made a rotation over towards the A-bomb side. 3rd player over there. And the thing is, they don't even have Denislaw in a position where he's getting a whole lot of info in Banana. They have him all the way back on the site. Yes, he could take one and rotate back off, but it's going to be still quite a bit of time before Rocking can get back in towards the B-bomb site. It doesn't really matter, though, because Brute are certainly looking towards the A-bomb site. So they've made the right call, SKADE. So far. Changes as they back away.
Yeah, this could be the difference maker in it. Brute aren't fully confident yet. They've got 20 seconds. You need 15 to get into the site minimum here for them to push up for it. They need to start going soon. The first smoke's going to be put down. All Denny needs to do is at least deliver 1 kill now.
Well, Denislaw sits and waits. Come around. 8 seconds. Denislaw, there it is. That's the bomb. That's the round 1. Not exactly what we've been used to seeing from Brute. You know, they've been so fast. They've been so impactful, and that's somewhat changed after the pause. 5 now on the board for SKADE. Money gone for the T side, likely 9-6. We said they need 6 to make this doable. And, well, certainly looking likely they'll grab that 6th round on the board.
Brute really want to end this with the 10. It's really funny, right, when you play the game of CS. 9-6, you feel like, yeah, this is great. When 10-5 feels like, oh, God, no, this is terrible.
Yeah.
1 round does make all the difference in it.
I think, obviously, the pistols are less important now as well. Like, they used to be so impactful. You know, you lose the pistol, you're losing 3 rounds. But now, if you lose a pistol, sometimes it can be better for you. So, it's like, you don't know which way it's going to go. It could certainly be down from 6 rounds.
Ooh, Daxon.
Spellin is going to throw the flashbang up into the air. Spellin holds on in behind it. Daxon wants to go on the flash of his teammate. He gets around the corner, doesn't get the kill, does damage, and nearly dropped by the CT player. But he gets himself into the corner. Will he stay there for long? Because Spellin's looking for it. He's looking for the kill. He's going to get aggressive. Daxon is ready for it. Headshot there. And for me, that's a little bit over-aggressive from Spellin.
Definitely over-aggressive from Spellin, but a beautiful shot from Daxon. He was confident in his position and in his aim, and this boost coming up. He just spotted out Rocking.
Oh, no. The timing's good there for Rockin, actually, but as soon as that smoke fades, he's going to back himself into new box instead, and I don't think there's going to be too much success off of that boost, but I like the idea. Dennis Law versus Captain. Now, these two players have been on quite another level for their team so far. Give me a good battle. Flashbang from his teammate. It's not great. Doesn't even round the corner. Just blinds his teammate. That's it.
Just wrecked.
Yep. Flashing you right on. That's it.
There you go, mate. Brute looked to be moving back towards A.
Oh, that's definitely questionable.
Yeah. You scoped moving in, I get it, but I don't know what the plan was with that one. Rain's going to try and save the day. Raftu doesn't even get to move. Just hears the footsteps and then meets death instantly. Rockin and Rain, the only ones left alive. It's a 4v2. Make that one as Rain. He's found 1 kill already in this round. He needs 4 more and the defuse to take the win. Brute looking to end this half in a confident style. 10-5, and that's exactly what they'll do. Beautiful stuff there from Brute. More than I expected in terms of putting up a fight on their opponent's map pick.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see what SKADE can do on their T side, though, because you should, with the likes of Spellin, with the likes of Rocking, being on this team, you know this inside and out. There should be a bit more depth to them.
Yeah, definitely. I think SKADE, like I said, a team that takes time to grow into. If they win this pistol, potentially this is the change in the tides. SKADE getting back into it. There's the odds from GG.Bet. They've dropped by half from the beginning of this match, so definitely looking a little bit better now for Team Brute. Player I want to highlight, Crazy actually, it felt like he was getting quite a lot of kills. He's only got 4, so the kills he was finding were impactful.
Yeah. Sometimes you do that. I always look at the score and I'm like, but they seem to be, they're so sick. And that's sick as well, Max.
Oh! That's better. One tap coming in towards Raftu, runs back to Library. Rainwaker reads it though, and he gets rid of him. Headshot on towards the Glock. Man advantage still on the CT side. Presented to you by Max, by his early pickups. But Capson,
USB headshots.
He's doing a Harry. He's got no silencer on his pistol.
Loves to roll that way. That's what the cool kids do. Oh no. Okay, it all turns around now. Rain maybe low on health. Spellin in a better position, also has a smoke to work with. They'll delay a push coming out from the CT side. No utility whatsoever. Just picked up a smoke. Can they make it work to their advantage? Maybe put it down towards the bomb site. Yeah, the double play. Put Rain out as the bait. Let Spellin pop out. They'll never expect two to be there.
Is bomb playing on the other side though? So
Rain didn't even stand a chance.
No, it's definitely playing the default. Spellin has this. Looking up, ready for them to come over the top. Smoke lands on the bomb. They're not going to check this spot, and he will find it. Defuse coming through. The damage done. Spellin pulled it off. 3 kills in the pistol, and SKADE will find the pistol pickup. They needed that one, and it was looking likely it wasn't going to go their way. Max started things off with 2 great headshots. Got himself a good position to fall back from. Great recovery, though, on that A-bomb site. Unfortunately, I don't know why Capson's not got a silencer on his pistol. It just makes it worse.
Does it actually do anything?
It makes it more inaccurate. That's it.
So why would you ever do it?
It's dumb. Like, there's no reason other than...
Literally 0 point.
I mean, it sounds different, I guess. That's another difference.
You want to confuse the enemies.
Yeah.
He's got a new gun. We've never heard this one before.
Exactly. What's this? P250?
He's cheating.
Clearly got that timing on the spam, but Crazy in a decent position. But they know where he is now. They know he's on top balk. They'll be ready to check this very quickly. And
please reload the Deagle, Crazy.
No, because as soon as you reload, you know they're coming out. But there they go. One guy out already. Has to reload now at this point. Falls back in the mini pit. He gets caught by Rainwaker, who's got the Mac 10. And he's got 2 kills. Runs out of ammo on the 3rd. Capson manages 1 before falling. AGT and Daxon left in a 2v3. And while it's not exactly looking like it's winnable, so they might just save onto the Kevlar. They've got helmets as well, so...
Yeah, definitely hold on to this now. It's not worth risking it and throwing it away. Take it into the next round and see what you can do. But SKADE at least will find some confidence in their T side on these opening rounds. The pistol obviously came right down to the wire, but Spellin, solid stuff from him. I think here what we got to look at for SKADE now is not just this next round, but the round after as well, as how much can they mix it up, how much can they keep Brute guessing. Because Brute found confidence in their aggression, but coming into their CT side, what's the teamwork going to look like? And still don't need to invest too much on SKADE side. No need to upgrade from the Mac 10s. Let them try and make some additional money for you. As we said, Brute have been on a crazy losing streak. Lost the Cream, Universe, Fate, rocket launchers. But the only loss SKADE has recently is the Phoenix in the best of 5, 3-2. Went over full distance.
We often see underdogs get off to hot starts, right, but they just fizzle out.
Yeah.
It just shows who is the better team overall. They can keep it consistent. And SKADE, it's not done yet, of course. Like, they haven't pulled it all the way back. They're certainly looking like they're in the driver's seat at the minute in terms of momentum. Kills coming through. 10-8 on the board, moving into the next round. This is where the gauntlet will be thrown to the floor. Brute will start the challenge. I wonder how many teams, like sports teams, esports teams, have Spartan helmets as their logo.
Quite a lot. Probably one of the most overused.
Yeah, I think loads of gyms have them, like MMA places. Everyone just wants to be a Spartan.
Imagine if that movie never came out. No one would have a clue, would they? No one's actually reading books and knowing about this stuff. They're just like, we saw the movie. It looks cool.
Yeah, it was Spartan kick, everyone.
But the thing is, with a name like Brute, you could have so much fun with that logo. You could do some really cool design.
Yeah, I'll just do like a huge fat guy. Like, super
Is that
ugly.
what comes to your mind?
Yeah, a Brute, yeah. Like,
see, for me, if I'm thinking of a Brute, right, I'm thinking like, maybe a slightly larger guy, but more like strong guy, can punch through walls, really big.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, you know, Left 4 Dead 2, the big fat
Boomer.
zombie. Yeah, the Boomer, yeah. Okay, Boomer.
Oh, God. I'm respecting the Mac 10 still on Raftu. Pretty much Krieg's all round bar rocking AK. Bit of an aggressive push coming down now from Brute on Banana. Very fast with it. Then he goes for a bit of a poke out and spray up, but he's not able to connect any shots. And Capson, you went to hold the angle. It didn't work out for you. Now the AWP has gone. And Capson has been vital in the success of Brute. His impact has just been extraordinary for his team. CT's now can't afford to make any mistakes. The T's have a huge lead on it. They start to execute towards A, but it could be a fake, which has already seen a rotation come in. Daxton's going to be hot on the rotate coming into Library. There's smoke down, which will obscure his vision for now. The B push is happening. AJTT, he knows what's going on. He's called in for backup. Daxton's coming back around, but they've just got nothing. They can't see it.
Planted AGTT, looks to try and spray away, but starts to fall off the angle. Daxton comes away. Spellin peeking in towards Archway. Max will get rid of him. Now it's a 4v4. And the T side, again, just clinical in their approach, forcing the save immediately. SG picked up. That's definitely a good spoil of war to find. 10-9. SKADE. Trying to feel a lot better about themselves at this point. You definitely pointed to the fact the T side could be strong, and this is the perfect start.
No, I really like the fact that Brute did a 4-man save here, because this makes their job a lot easier in what they want to deal with fighting back into this. Capson can quite comfortably buy up, or someone can drop him as well. It's not the end of the world at all for Brute. Still plenty of opportunity, and look at that Capson straight away on the AWP. This will give them another chance, like a reset of the previous round. They'll need to get it if they don't want SKADE to even things up here. Now remember, we're going on to Nuke next, which was... Okay, remember, for the old Bulgarian team with like Poison, Spell and all those guys, and Nuke was always a key map. So I'm expecting a lot when it comes to that as well.
I think definitely bringing it to a map like Nuke is going to be interesting. I was impressed in the first half by Brute, by their performance, but the second half hasn't been as good. So let's see if they can find form again. Capson dropped to 14. Crazy in this apps position. He's played it quite often. I think at this point, when you're playing on the right side of the door, it's good for 1 or 2. But
yeah, it depends how quickly they push, right? If they stack up or not.
that's it. Because the angle, it was vertically challenged, and well, Rafter will be able to find one towards Max, overwhelmed by Spellin. Now it's a 3v2. Bomb needs to get planted. They'll toss it on over towards Default. Now the rotation coming in for Brute. It's GG.Bet and Daxon looking to try and recover. And I think they realize that maybe this retake isn't all that doable, but they'll still try. They need rounds from the board at this point. I think if they don't get a kill quickly, though, they probably just back off. They don't really seem too convinced in it, do they?
They're not convinced by themselves at this point. They've done the dirty to each other.
Yep, they're out of that. One smoke throw and that's it. That A defense is definitely starting to become a bit of a problem.
The thing is, right, Crazy there, he's played the same spot now 3 times.
Yeah, it's definitely become a steal.
It's not the fact that they even know it, right? They didn't pre-fire him or anything, but it was just easy for them to deal with. Like you said, one and done. That was all you could pull off.
I think that one of the 2 best pit players in the world are Magisk and Twist, I would say. And if you watch the way Twist plays that position, he is so dynamic. He changes it so much. And the one position that you could say he plays the most is in the pit in the right corner. And what it allows, you know, you can take one kill, you throw the smoke back off the wall. You can stay alive, and that's the most important part of a pit player. You cannot afford to die after 1 kill, because as soon as you die, it's over, right? You can't get back into the site. You need to do more than one.
If you give the T's that pit, they just use that against you and bully you from wherever you go from. So many spots to hide from, duck down. And the thing is, people often look at the pit position as like the bitch position, because it's so difficult to play. But if you get someone that understands how you maneuver around it, like where Crazy is playing is good a couple of rounds, yes, but that shouldn't be the default spot to hang in.
Yeah, he's doing it again, but he has teammates this time, so
they've restructured the defense.
They've restructured the defense a little bit here. They've got the op off towards long, so good A hold at the minute. No aggression in Banana, absolutely no pressure being applied, so SKADE are basically being able to do whatever they want at the minute. They don't even have to use up a whole lot of utility because there's no pressure coming in, so if they want, they've got a full execute available twice over. So yeah, this is not looking too great on the B defense from Brute. They're very, very passive. Perhaps have lost a little bit of their confidence that they had in the first half. Because after that technical pause, we stopped seeing that fast play from Brute, and that's when SKADE came back into it and managed a few rounds on the board.
Yeah, things slowed down. It looked like Brute were maybe just thinking, oh, we need to change it up, even though it was working.
Yeah.
Also, Capson slowed down a fair bit as well.
Yep.
Great. 3-4.
Shot though, that's a problem. Rocky overruns him. He wants another in towards the pit setup. Crazy for the balcony this time, manages one, but only one again. Doesn't come off the angle, and Max is forced into the open by the Molotov and isn't able to do anything. Job done again. A bomb site falls. Rinse and repeat. Brute stand with 2 players on the other end of the map.
Spellin's the type of leader you need as well, right? He's going forward first.
Leading by example.
Yeah, massively.
Yet to win around in the second half, though, Brute. It's been 6 in a row now for SKADE. They will take the lead for the first time in a while. 11-10. SKADE, just keep the numbers alive. Brute aren't going to have a good buy in the next round. Even when they've had full buys, everything they want, they don't really seem to do a whole lot with it. I would love to see just some change set up over on B. I would love to see some Banana aggression, at least challenge slightly. I felt like they didn't do anything on Banana last round. They just didn't throw utility. They let SKADE walk up top Banana. They used 1 Molotov to clear him behind the sandbags, and that's it. That's all they needed to do to have full Banana control.
And the thing is, right, if you're Brute, if you're not fighting for at least some of that control, then you know SKADE can take all that walking room up and down and keep you guessing.
Yeah, you have
fake
no
you out as many times as you want. You are literally blind.
Especially if you're not wasting any of the T-side utility.
Yeah,
they're
just wandering up.
Yep, they just fake again, fake some more, then finally execute. Well, one.
There we go.
A little bit more of an aggressive setup. Angle on the off with a good swing from GG.Bet. Good frag. Spelling out on the trade. Gets another one in the apartment for Crazy this time. Lines them up and gets more than one.
Crazy changes up position, goes aggressive. Still a 2v2. Now, if you're SKADE, slow things down, regroup, get yourself together and work as a team because you have the numbers. But Raftu, don't push into this site. Don't put this into a 1v1.
You don't even have the bomb anywhere near. So this is definitely risky, but you know, you drop him the 4 HP, you know where he is. I think you just...
He's even sending his teammate to B, and they've still not picked up the bomb.
They haven't pinned, at least, on the B bomb side. So you can just bring that bomb A. It's going to
There
go
is a
safe route as
positive.
well.
If anyone's watching, though, this is not how you play it. If you're ever
No.
in a 2v2, right, especially against CTs, sometimes CTs might buddy system it up, but more often than not, they'll do one site each, right? So then you just stick together as a unit, and you should refrag and win out as it plays out.
Yeah, I think the problem with this level of CS is I feel like a lot of the teams have an ego in terms of they play differently against teams they should be beating, right? It's like, oh, well, yeah, the right play would be to do this, but I know I'm better than this guy, so I'm going to take a fight.
Yeah.
And that's not, I think that's what makes a difference, because you notice Astralis will respect every opponent they play, right? They'll play the same CS style against every team they go up against, no matter if it's Team Spirit or if it's Team Liquid. You know, it's the same sort of play style they'll bring to the table. And I think it's finding that consistency and always having the same respect and discipline is what will elevate a team's performance, because you can't be making mistakes like that.
No, definitely not. And also, that's where you may go out for them picks, but this day, everyone's aim is very good. Everyone understands the position. CS is so old now that people understand the angles to hold and how to play out a situation. So even if the opponent's worse than you, they can still get away with some of those crazy shots that quickly put an end to you. But quickly putting an end to a team right now could be SKADE, because Brute's still yet to get around in this second half. And SKADE, they just look monstrous. Even when Crazy was getting those things where he's getting 2 kills, he's holding position, it's looking strong, it still hasn't been enough. And just look at that board. Ding, 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 ding. They're getting all the rounds up there.
Look how many of them are by...
Look at Spellin as well. We even said, right, Spellin's a very experienced player. He's been playing this game for years, led some of these top Bulgarian teams, but you have never been one to go, yes, Spellin should be at the very top of the table. But he's just rushing forward. He's being like the man that goes, okay, I'm going to do it, so you guys can follow suit.
Yeah, that was the thing I was saying before this. Strangely enough, Spellin started to step up, be a bit of a star of this team, which is kind of strange. I think if you've played good CS for so long, I think you will obviously, at this sort of level, be able to capitalize. I think a good example of that is Lucky, who played in G2 for a long time, was just like average in G2. Went with Heretics and he's just 30 bombing like every match.
Dude, he was carrying them so hard through the Champions Cup in Malta. He was literally just God mode. And it was like that fight in him saying, I deserve to be back on a top tier team. Hello. Don't forget about me.
Yeah, definitely a good example. And well, 12-10, 4 away from victory. SKADE will be looking for victory here on Inferno. They will put them 1-0 up in the series. They definitely are favored to win the entire series overall, but maybe having a second guess at the start of this, but not so much in the second half.
Go on, be naughty. Spray at the top. There's a boosted player.
Yeah, he'll hear that tick, so he knows definitely there's a player in there. It's along with the 30 bullets he sprayed, but this is a good setup. They have started to change up the A defense. That was one weakness I started talking about, but they've changed up quite a lot. Also changed up the B defense, but never really challenging Banana.
Yeah, it's always been very passive. We saw it once, right, where they pushed out towards sandbags, had one player sat on the edge.
Now he needs to rotate Coffins. He's got that 1 kill, now he just needs to go Coffins and have his teammate in boost be effective. So you take 1 more pick, fall back again behind the Coffins, let them run into the boost player, or you can stand behind and play retake, because this is a good setup on B now at this point. That they've got that opening. Brute in control at the minute. But SKADE have always been so solid at just sort of working and engineering a way back into these rounds. 35 seconds to do so.
Yeah, it's one of those rounds where SKADE are actually letting the clock go down a bit. So they are going to have to commit to this speed push. Daxon misses the shot, goes to realign himself. Nicely done by Rain, but Raptor's going to eat the dust as AJTT is trying to hang on. The plant will come in. There's still a 1-man disadvantage. Spellin, Rocking, and Rain looking to do the damage, but Rain, he falls short. There was no cover. That smoke's far too late. Rocking eventually jumps his way across, and it's the old tag team duo and Spellin and Rocking trying to close this one out in a 2 versus 4. They can buy themselves some time. That's the last bit of utility being used.
There's no Molotov on the CT side to force out new box, though, so that's a really positive factor now for the T side. They're getting the kills, they're getting the frags, and it's a 2v2 with Spellin holding the angle. He's found another one, and there it is. Max alone, 1v2 the time. It's so far gone, and Spellin's got that as well. 2v4, holding on, and they get it done. 13-10, and that's just a prime example of not having enough utility on that retake.
That was a round that looked like Brute would just comfortably clean it up. And then it happens. Spellin, rocking, they managed to make it work. I've honestly thought it was going to go to just completely awful way for him when Rain died in that open as he tried to jump back towards the back of the site. 3 rounds, all that they need now, and it's a very low buy here. Crazy looking to push down. Maybe he catches him off guard. Denny can't see him through the smoke, but Raftu sprays away. Denny gets another one, and it's just all too easy for SKADE. Doesn't matter what Brute throw at him. SKADE are ready and waiting for it.
Yeah, well, they're just running away at this point. May only be MP9s, may only be Kevlar, but it's better than nothing.
At this point, they need everything.
Yeah. They need rounds more than anything.
I'd be saving a flash. I don't care.
14-10. Really turned it up here on the T side. This could have been a very convincing scoreline if SKADE had just had a better CT hold on the A bomb site during the initial few rounds, but they've recovered well. Flawless, in fact, in the second half so far, and they want every single kill here. They want to make sure they don't carry anything into the next round. Not spotting anybody yet. Dead. Well, AGT finds that, and that's an SG now to play with. T side will eventually get that bomb planted. They are. What are they doing? Okay, I thought they were going to run towards A through CT. I was wondering why would you do that?
Just want to go around the world, mate. Just to go on a little journey.
Yeah, just that was strange. But they will get the bomb plant on B, assuming control on CT side as well.
The only positive here for Brute is that their pick comes up next, right? That they get their nuke pick. But I said this. Spellin, the old Bulgarian lineups they were a part of, they used to love a bit of nuke. They certainly won't be down and out of it.
I almost feel like, oh God.
Well, he did a try to save it at least.
Why? I don't know why he's run down. He could have just stayed with his teammate. But perhaps drawing the attention away from him. That could be a possibility.
It's like, come to me.
Yes, this is like that. Yeah, just
running around with like a flame in your hands. Hi guys.
Yep. 14-10. All up in the hands of Dennis Law, who has been impressive, but a little bit quieter in the second half because everyone else has been stepping up.
It's also a lot harder to AWP on T side.
Oh, so hard, yeah. Double op setup coming in from Brute.
Could this be the thing that nets them their first round in this second half? We've nearly had 10 rounds in a row now for SKADE. Denny, he'll still find success. T side or no T side, he knows what to do with that big green gun. And Capstan, he's really gone quiet after such an impressive T start.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing as well. And you brought up the point there. The T side opening is difficult. He was doing that well. And on the CT side, he's not so much doing it well on the CT side. So
the world doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't make sense, no. What the? All right, so he throws the Molotov.
Oh no, he burns himself.
It just kind of...
The 52.
It hits a small pixel. It comes back and burns him. Well, this is a round that everyone will want to forget.
The thing is, if I'm rocking now, I'd just be laughing because it's like, well, we're so far ahead anyway. Like, it's looking pretty comfortable. You just go, never mind. It happens. I gave him a helping hand. Oh,
Max might be able to get 1 or 2 here. I'd say more likely just the 1. He's going to swing and get none. So he does me better and it proves me wrong. It will be AGT standing inside of the pit. Once shot from Capstan lands, but he's overrun. And while the pit player doesn't stay alive long enough for his teammates to get in. So Crazy now left in a 1v3. 8 seconds left. Bomb plant through. Just nick of time. 40. And Rockin will get Crazy walking into his crosshair. 15-10. Map point here on Inferno. Looking to pack this one up. Send us to the second. Get us on that nuclear power plant. And while the odds have gone back even worse than they began with. So Brute, they've disappointed in the second half, I think it's fair to say.
Well, 10 rounds in a row. That's Crazy not saving that M4 at the end. This didn't make any sense because imagine if he saved that M4 and they would have no players on SMGs.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely questionable. But in the grand scale of it, if you look at this score at the end of this, when people see it in HLTV, they'll see 16-10. And they'll think, oh, close game. Nope. It was.
Once we got onto the T side, it was not close.
It's one of those times the scoreline doesn't quite reflect how dominant it has been in the second half. Dennis Lott, oh. Bad shot. Death coming on towards Daxon. Disadvantage in play here for SKADE. Let's see if they can recover from it. They've been pretty good at these throw rounds as well. Going to be stacking their forces, congregating inside a banana. AGT should be good for a kill. Daxon hasn't spotted anybody, but AGT will be overrun. Rocking with a headshot.
Daxon having to fall back as well. He took additional damage, dropped down to 18 health. Good use of the utility from Rockin. He's just going to delay any pushes to come through. Can just wait on the other side of it, no problem. Denny is going to have to get this kill onto Capson. This is going to be the vital one to shut this down, make sure he can focus on this angle. They've already pushed around and he still lands it and he survived. Rocking doing damage as well. Low health on Daxon. This is going to be it, and they shut him down 16-10 with 6 rounds done like that. That was impressive there. First of all, it ended up being 10 in a row. Then they make it 11 to close it out 16 after a 10-5 first half. Yeah,
that was a pretty good start from Brute and a terrible finish. They've definitely got to hope that their second map will be much better for them. And Nuke is one where you can't exactly pug it out. You have to somewhat understand how to play that map. So hopefully that's the case because they've decided to pick it.
The positives are Brute did look good on their CT side, on their T side, sorry. But then they're going into Nuke, which is their pick. And they're looking maybe like, okay, yeah, we got Inferno out of the way. It was their pick, and then they can come in with a positive 4. Yep. My problem is that Spell and those guys have generally been good at Nuke. They'll know how to play it. It depends on the rest of the roster and how they do. But they're definitely hitting their shots. The outskilling there was on a whole nother level.
Yep. Got the Orpas in there as well. There's a big factor of Nuke, and I guess we just got to have to wait and see what performance comes out of them.
Well, it won't be too long for you guys to have to wait. We're going for a quick break, but when we come back, it'll be Nuke, potentially the last map, depending if we can get over to our third and final map. If Brute can bounce back, you'll